So good morning, it's day 2 of our day in Singapore. We are a little bit late, but we are headed towards the S.E.A Aquarium, which is on Sentosa Island. So we have to catch a train to the harbourfront station from Little India. And hopefully it should be a short ride, about 10 minutes long. But yeah, we are running a little bit behind. Okay, so we finally made it to the S.E.A Aquarium. It's about 10 minutes past 10, and as you can see, we are entering the S.E.A Aquarium.
Have fun meeting our ghosts of the sea. And remember to look out for me on the trick or treat trail for more freaky facts. You'll need them for the activity sheet. See you
Alright, so we have exited the aquarium and it was really fun. Ayan had a good time, and there were a lot of kids. They had a Halloween party. I'm not sure when Halloween is. I'm presuming it's sometime around October, November. But anyway, they had some Halloween themed attractions going on. And overall, there's not a lot to see. But then again, if you spend time taking photos and videos, it's really fun, and there's some really good fish and sea life which you typically don't get to see in Indian aquariums. So yeah, overall I would really recommend it, especially if you're traveling with kids. For the adults, it may not be as fun as maybe going to a Universal Studios, and we, by the way, are not going to Universal Studios because it didn't make sense. Ayan wouldn't be allowed into any of the rides, and I am petrified of heights. And it doesn't make sense for us to go individually, right? I mean, we would have to take turns. Somebody would have to be with Ayan while we get into the ride, so that didn't really make sense. So we decided not to go to Universal Studios, although that's going to be a big miss. Plus, not a lot of the attractions within the aquarium, or rather Universal Studios, is open at the moment, right? I mean, I read a lot of reviews saying that a lot of stuff is closed. So it's probably not worth the visit this time, maybe sometime during our next trip. So it's 12:30 now. We are headed for lunch, and post that we are headed to Madame Tussauds, and then we are heading back to the hotel. But yeah, let's go grab some lunch because I'm famished. Even though we are not going inside the Universal Studios, we got few mandatory pictures in front of it. And the S.E.A Aquarium is that way, and the monorail which you alight is in this direction. And there's a whole bunch of shops around in case you want to shop. There's even a Lego store behind.
Smiley, smiley, little boy, jumping puppy, puppy word. Well, like a fairy tale comes true.
Like I said, both of us are not good at experimenting with food, so we found an option that serves, or we found a place rather that serves Indian food, and as you can see, we've ordered some North Indian thali or Indian dish there instead.
Remember and seal your December, 'cause I found Mr. Wonderful. I think of happy day.
We are in front of Madame Tussauds. Here's a pro tip for anybody planning to come here. Nowhere on the website, nowhere online will you find this information, because I know I looked everywhere. If you're coming using a stroller, or even if it's just on your own, you have to take the cable car, or it's best to take the cable car to get here, because otherwise you'll have to climb like 50 flights of stairs. And we did all of that with a stroller and with the baby, and there's no signboards or directions mentioned anywhere. There's no one to help, right? This is like a completely stranded part of the island, and there's a few other attractions in this area, but Primarily, people come here for the cable car, and it's not easy. And especially when it's hot outside, it's even more difficult. So it's best to call them. I tried calling the landline when I couldn't find the place, but nobody picked up. But it's always best to use the cable car to come here, and then especially if you're traveling with kids and older folks, because it's not easy. So we're done with Madame Tussauds as well. The last attraction there was the Marvel experience, which is pretty damn good. Of course, it all comes along with the 5-in-1 pass, which I think is default. But again, one thing that we did not get is the photo. I think it came along with something called a VIP pass. I'm not sure why it was not there along with our ticket, but then I'm not sure. I mean, I thought I had booked the one that was all inclusive, but again, you have to have a VIP pass to get the photo printed and given to you at the end of the attraction. Now the challenge is, how do we get back to VivoCity Mall from where we can go back via the MRT? I'm contemplating whether it makes sense for us to take the cable car, but then again, I'll have to figure that out. But overall, I think Madame Tussauds is a decent place. If you haven't been to any other Madame Tussauds before, then this definitely is worth a visit. But if you have been to the other ones, some of the good ones, then I think this probably wouldn't give you a lot of bang for the money.
Alight here for Resourceful Sentosa. Please mind the platform gap.
Alright, so after getting back to the hotel, we took a rest for about an hour, and now we are headed to Clarke Quay for a bum boat ride. We are a little late than what we had expected, but then hopefully we should be able to catch the sunset on the boat. So bad luck. I think I spoke a little too soon. Apparently, it turns out you have to book a ticket in advance. I mean, you can also get tickets here, but then it gets sold out almost quickly. Even though there were bumboats that weren't taken, I think they were not giving out fresh tickets, so we'll have to come back another day. So we are probably going to head back to Little India and figure out what to do. Alright, so we quickly headed back to the hotel, and from there we, within 5 minutes, took our stroller and left the hotel again, and we are now at S.E.A Veeramakaliamman Temple, which is again on our itinerary for Wednesday evening. But since we can do the boat ride, we thought we'll do it today and book our tickets in advance for Wednesday evening so that we can take the bumboat ride. So we are here at the temple. I got the name of the temple wrong earlier. It's actually pronounced Veeramakaliamman. Yeah, pretty decent temple actually. I never expected to find such large temples outside of India, but again, there's a huge Tamilian community here, and of course, it's a pretty big temple and it's open till 9 p.m. People are very friendly, really nice ambience. There was some music playing. Overall, a pleasant experience.